Juneteenth celebrations started in the 1860s in Texas, marking the end of slavery in Confederate states. And nearly 160 years later, the tradition continues.
I can be a scientist or a ball player.
At the core of Juneteenth sits jubilation and black joy.
Throw your hands up and wave 'em.
A reminder to honor the resilience and resolve of the formerly enslaved.
So one of the reasons that this event is important is because it allows people within the community from the Central District, those also who have been displaced from the CD, to come back to community.
Kenesha Bites with Africatown Community Land Trust says they're paying tribute to this holiday by building a brighter future for black folks in Seattle.
When we look at the whole picture, we understand that this all is connected to the importance of building equity.
Kenesha says to create that equity, they're focusing on home ownership.
Finding ways, exploring ways to acquire, develop, and steward the land so that we can bring people back to the community.
Their efforts are based in the Central District because back in the 1970s, black home ownership hit 70% compared to just 7% today.
We're working with people to actually help them acquire and to purchase their own home.
And I've been in Seattle since the 90s.
Kimberly Mustafa's lived in the CD for decades.
I saw this change in the neighborhood and then afterwards learned about what gentrification was.
She applauds the dedication Africatown has to the Central District because it helps people like her.
I don't want to be displaced. I'm in my 60s. This is where I know is Seattle, and that's where I want to be.
So while Juneteenth is definitely a celebration, it's also a way for Africatown Community Land Trust to provide opportunities for the descendants of those enslaved still feeling the generational trauma.
It's about supporting the black community. We look at the numbers again, the most disenfranchised of all the numbers that we look at or all the demographics that we look at. And it's about creating those equitable solutions within our community.
Cornelius Hawker, King 5 News.